Voices from the Top, which is our Marquette High student interview series. I'm Aaron Egan, and I'm joined by
Chris Lopez.
And our guest for today is
Jude Ballinger.
Welcome, Jude, to our podcast. We're just going to start with a couple questions about rugby and football. So what attracted you to join rugby your freshman year? We've heard you've been playing all 4 years.
Yes, I have. So actually, my dad, he had played in the past. He went to the United States Air Force Academy, and he first started out there and then played kind of through his career in the military and really enjoyed his time there. He made lifelong friends that I've met. I see them kind of as uncles to me and everything. So kind of seeing that experience from my dad, making lifelong brothers and coming to Marquette High and knowing that they had a rugby team, my dad encouraged me to play. I'd watched rugby. I'd never actually been on a team before that, but my dad had taught me some of the game and it was really fun and I really enjoyed it. So I decided, I'll definitely go out for the team. I was really hoping again to make, like my dad had really lifelong brothers and good friendships, and I really found that.
And so do you see yourself with your teammates right now? Do you see yourself having those lifelong brothers like your dad did?
Yes, definitely, 100%. I'd say football team and the rugby team, those two sports have been like the biggest activities that have allowed me to find the Marquette High brotherhood the most here at Marquette. Just kind of that shared goal and working hard and always being together, pursuing kind of just excellence in sport has really allowed me to grow a lot closer with my classmates and really shaped us into brothers that I feel like I'll keep in my life for the rest of my life.
So what's your favorite part about rugby and football?
My favorite part about rugby and football, I think, again, kind of those connections that I build with teammates and the opportunity to be active. I love being outdoors. I'm a very fit person, so I like to have a lot of opportunities to go and kind of display my athleticism and be active. And along with that camaraderie that comes with doing it with your classmates and your friends. So I'd say those two.
You must enjoy winning as well, getting those state championships. Must be a great feeling on those teams. But if you had to pick one, do you think you've enjoyed playing rugby or football more here at Marquette?
I would say I've enjoyed rugby more. I'm first of all, I'm better at rugby, I'll say that. So, that helps a little bit. But I think just the culture around rugby and the way that it is as a sport, it makes kind of a more close-knit group of guys because not as many people play rugby. You can go to any school and everyone there is playing football, right? But here at Marquette High, we're the only rugby team in the state of Wisconsin that is associated with a school. So that's really a cool thing, and it kind of sets you apart from other people. And then even outside of Marquette High, like playing against other teams again in the state, like you kind of automatically have that connection just because rugby is more rare in the U.S., that if someone else plays rugby, then you guys are like almost automatically friends because you kind of have that connection. So I'd say rugby just because of the connections and kind of not the exclusivity of it, but the fact that like not as many people are doing it, so it makes it a little more special.
So we know that you're in Conclave.
Yes.
And so we want to ask, what's your best experience at your time in Conclave?
I would say my best experience in Conclave has been planning events, especially I would say last year, Topperpalooza. That had been a thing in the past at Marquette High where we had students come and play and perform as bands, student bands, and putting on a concert for their fellow students. And so kind of being able to revive that old tradition that Marquette High had and bring it back in kind of a new revamped form and be able to plan that and then put it on and it be a really fun event that I had a great time and I know a lot of other people had a great time at, while also allowing other students at Marquette High to kind of display their skills and showcase kind of their music and get their names out there. I thought that was really, really cool. It definitely was very satisfying to kind of see that come to fruition.
Yeah, and for those that don't know, Jude is also the student body president here at Marquette. What has it been like stepping up into that leadership role as kind of like being known as like the leader and a role model throughout the whole school?
I enjoy being a leader. And I think definitely taking that responsibility, I've known that I personally like to, when I'm ever in a position of leadership, lead through example. So I think having that position where I am student body president, I try and do as much as I can, set an example for other guys to maybe see and be like, oh, he's the student body president, but he's still putting in work and stuff like that. So I try and do that as much as I can. So definitely I think having that lead role within Conclave and then having to give speeches at pep rallies and stuff, I try and do my best to be a good example for other people to maybe not even necessarily look up to, but just to see someone else that one of their peers that's trying to do a good thing or stepping up and serving others. I try and set that example.
In your 4 years here, has there been really one thing that's like stuck with you all 4 years? Something that, whether it's a game, a practice, or events, there's something that's really lasted and stuck with you throughout your whole time at Marquette High?
I would say something that has really stuck with me at Marquette would be, I mean, there's a lot of things, but to name one, I'll go with freshman retreat. So I've been involved with freshman retreat all 4 years at Marquette High. I was on grounds crew as a sophomore, then grounds crew captain as a junior, and then led as a leader on this past retreat, a core group leader. And just kind of seeing all facets of that retreat, knowing the impact that it has on the freshmen here at Marquette High, experiencing that myself as a freshman, and then doing the behind-the-scenes work and kind of having a lot of fun and growing closer with my fellow grounds crew guys during sophomore year, and then being able to lead them, and then also being able to lead freshmen this year. I feel like that has really stuck out to me and really made me feel kind of the inclusivity of the Marquette High brotherhood, and really given me an opportunity to grow kind of along with my fellow classmates and upperclassmen, and then later on underclassmen. So I feel like that is probably one of the biggest, especially since I've been doing it for the past 4 years, that has really kind of stuck with me and been a huge part of my Marquette High time.
All right, and that's probably going to wrap it up for today's interview. Thank you, Jude, for coming on. I was Aaron Egan, joined by Chris Lopez, and this was our student-run podcast, Voices from the Top. Look forward to our upcoming interview with Nick Piankos. And thank you so much to everybody for listening.